It's the big, big conversation.
Alright, welcome back to the show. So sometime last week, after the show as well, we started joking about doing a masterclass on how to ask men for money. And trust me, everyone laughed. But it was actually very serious, so because women are caught between not wanting to look like gold diggers and wanting to be the strong one that suffers in silence. And men are caught between wanting to provide and not wanting to feel used. And that's why today's topic matters. Is financial independence a threat to relationships? Or is it actually the thing that forces us to be honest? So, I mean, even on the other divide, we also say that financial dependence too is also a problem. Because if the woman is asking for money from the man too much, is a problem. Now, also financial independence is also seen as a problem because we start to see, oh, if this woman is too strong, if she has her own thing, the men start to feel, threatened and, things like that. So I think for me, my struggle is even where is the balance between being a woman that brings something to the table, but not also being too, I want you to give me money for this and all of it. So, I mean, I probably will start with DT because she was on the table last week when we were talking about it, and she was saying that there are ways that, yes, a woman can have her money, but still be the whole calm and gentle and still be able to get money from the man without, being labeled as a gold digger. So, Ma, from your experience, how do we balance it?
So what
really?
I would say is, we are talking about spouses now,
yes, in relationships.
So I mean, I think communication is the word. So if you are in a relationship with somebody, we have to both agree on how we want to spend
Money.
They always say, women will say, is money then my money then our money. Yeah. So it happens like that. People just believe that women, when they have their money, is their money, but the husband's money is our money. But what of homes that husband are not really, performing, where the woman is actually performing. So I believe that whatever the case may be, there might be cases where the women and a woman earns more than her husband, and the man earns more than the woman. But whichever way, communication is the word. How do we want to spend this money? Whether we want to, so let me say how we do our own. Okay. So I make money, he makes money. So we have a purse where we put family, we have projects for the family. So my money is my money.
Hey.
Yes, his money is his money. But we agree on.
There's now our money.
What are we going to put down for the home, to manage the home? So we agree. So there's no issue. We agree and we budget on what we are putting down. So for my own expenses, I say, okay, these are the things I want to do. So that you will know that, how many percentage are you putting down? How many? So there's an agreement on how much. But most times, people don't talk about these things. Yeah. So you just expect everything to work out without talking about it. So that's where the tension usually comes. And even at that, we also have cultural issues,
Of course.
When women start making more money than the man, even though he might be doing, but inside of him is feeling threatened. Naturally, that's because culturally we feel the man should provide for the home and all that, which is the head of the home, he should provide. But if we are able to come to a point of discussion that, okay, because at times, I always tell people that things change. You might be the one that is making money now. Tomorrow you lose the job, and it's the one that will provide. That's happened in my home before. That he was, bringing things, and he couldn't bring anything for almost 2 years, and I was the one covering. But we will have issues if we have not, created a platform of agreement of how we're going to manage money. If we don't come to that, once somebody loses their job, we will have issue. Because then you look like it's because you have money. That's this thing you do. You will see it as you are showing off because you are the one that now you are the one earning now. You know that. But I think communication is key.
Communication.
Husband and wife should sit down together. We don't talk about these things, a lot, and then it's not one-off discussion. It's a continuous one because the dynamics in the home keeps changing. So as it changes, you also have to have discussion. We are not earning now, I'm earning now. This is where I am. So that we keep changing the dynamics to fit our own. But most times people don't talk about these things. So there are unexpected expectations from somebody. You are the man, you should provide. Even though he's not making money, you're expecting that he's still the man, you should provide. During those times, my husband had to go out and look for other small jobs he can do. Though he couldn't bring the big cash again, but small he was bringing something, and we were just augmenting until the season changed and he was able to get his job back and move on. So but those seasons usually you know, will cause issues and a lot of problems in the family because we don't sit down to discuss it.
Yeah.
We don't talk about sex. We don't talk about money. The only thing is, what do we need to do in the home? Oh yeah. So you just, you know, I mean, glide over it, and then that is where the tension comes. So we talk about how to budget our money. We tell our money, this is where it's going every month. This is what we need to do. This is what and we don't. If we don't have, we sit down. How are we going to do to meet up this needs?
Yeah.
Our child is going to school. I have issues with finances. How do we? Or I have a problem. Even I might not have sales.
That's another one.
I might not have sales in a month, and things are not looking good. So, and I'm not able to bring that one that I used to bring. So, how do we? So, there is communication. We are telling each other, this is where I am, this is where. So, how can we, you know, move this, do these dynamics that will not affect us? But people don't really talk about these things. So, that's my own personal.
Okay, but don't we think? I mean, society is changing because. The new breed, whether Gen Zs or, you know, the new breed of young men and women, I don't think, I mean, you know, culturally we would say, yes, the men always feel the need to be the providers. Their egos might be hurt when the woman, you know, embodies the whole head of the home, you know, character. But now we're seeing a lot more men saying, oh, I want a woman who has her own money. I want a woman that, you know, is not going to be running to me for every time petty cash, right? So I think the narrative is changing. I don't know that these new age men will actually be offended when their wives are now financially, you know, independent. And I mean, Mariah, you're in the younger, you know, you're in the younger age group, and I don't know if you similarly agree with that, where men are not particularly are still, you know, working with that cultural mindsets. If, you know, it's still working with the because I mean, when that's why they have this narrative of women now are always asking for money. If you want to go on a date, they're asking for money. You want to do, they're always asking for money, right? So I don't know. Do you agree if the men now are different from, you know, older generations?
I think that the men now are different from, you know, the ones from the older generation, and it's not just money-wise, it's in the way they even do things now. The way they were toasting then is not how they're even toasting now. Because truthfully, I've had conversations with guys who are like, I don't understand why we would say, let's go out, and you're depending on me for your boat fare, your dress, your shoes, your makeup. That does not concern me. We've not even started dating. As we've not even started, what are you doing now, right? When we start dating, what would you eventually do? You will start, were you not any money before we started dating, right? And I saw a question online, I think it was a few days ago, where the guy was asking, where do you draw the line in, you know, okay, this is what I have to offer you. You were doing something before I met you, right? So I think for women now, it's important that you are independent. Men are not looking for liabilities anymore. No man is looking for a woman that will be asking, I need to buy data. I mean, it's cute sometimes. They're like, oh, this money sits in my account, but I don't want to spend it, babe. No, send something for data. It can be cute. But that you are doing it, or your data finishes today, you ask him. Next day, you are asking. No, but it's not cute anymore. Have your own money, yes. Men still want to be providers, but they want women who understand what any money feels like.
Okay. Jumoke has just been smiling.
I'm like really, I don't know, it's not lost, but I'm discovering things.
Right.
You know, I thought I was closer to the younger generation. I thought I was closer to the younger generation till she started talking.
Right.
And then I'm like, hold on. What does a man providing have to do with we're going on a date and I'm buying your dress and making up for you?
The mindset they have now.
No, hold on.
We don't even do that.
We didn't do that.
Sorry.
We had
Even at home, we
providers.
don't do that.
We had men who, what they were into was providing absolutely, and I cannot remember consulting. I don't remember asking, what are you wear? What is business?
No. We don't do that.
And this is for a date, so
this is just for a date, first
we
date.
don't do that.
You don't understand. Last date.
We don't do that. That's what I'm saying.
As a
We
married
don't think about
woman,
it. We
if
don't
we're
do
going
that.
out, I can't imagine calling me like, what will I wear? My shoes, my makeup. So I was lost totally.
And I think it's your own.
It's your generation. It's your generation of women.
It's our generation.
Exactly. It's a generation of women that have these challenges. They are the ones that will meet those kind of men that would say, what are you talking about? You know, because Well, when I was dating, I know that my husband was absolute. I had to go abroad for masters, and I'm the only person I know that brought clothes. Wow. Because he bought me a new wardrobe. He didn't want me to wear old stuff to take. I was leaving Nigeria to take, and even at that, I felt very awkward. Like very awkward. And then I had a monthly allowance, and I still felt awkward. You know, but I cannot actually imagine saying, "Hey, we are going out. I want to make up." How?
These things they demand it. I've seen story times of my Gen Z people. This man, he said we should go out. He didn't send money for my cab. He didn't send money for me to buy a new dress. So I'm not going. That's what they will tell you. They are not going for the dates.
And the truth is,
they want and have money.
These women are the ones that will go into marriage, and the husband is maybe not doing great, and instead of them to supplement, they start to bash the man. Right? Saying you are a woman, you cannot provide. And then you now hear stories of the wife has built house in so place.
Very
She's, you know, I mean, because I saw it was a couple, and the man was genuinely going through a hard time. He had lost his job, and because he knew the way the wife was, he couldn't even tell her that he had lost his job. So he would still be going out, right? Like he's, you know, going about his daily activities, and he's going to tell his friend that, I beg, borrow me. You'll be hearing him borrowing millions, and he doesn't know how he's going to repay because the wife is still demanding for things. The wife is still asking for things. Not because she doesn't have her own money, but just because she feels, maybe you are the provider. You just have to. And then when they were about to be kicked out of the house, suddenly the man heard the wife paid the rent. And then he's like, babe, how far? And she's like, oh, I just got bonuses from work. And then that was how he realized that she, you know, was earning a lot more at work than she had told him, and that she had built another house in another place that was even bigger than where they were currently, and that was how she was also getting income. So is unfortunately,
is what we see.
Is
our generation.
The one that has a house, that she's the one owner of the house.
Yeah.
And making sure the husband is paying. And the husband did not know that she's paying.
The house they are living in.
Yes. So wait, who is he paying rent to?
He will go the agents. That's the agent. So she did not know that the wife was doing out the house. Things are happening.
So when you were talking, and you were talking about communication, it actually occurred to me that if I was going to add anything to what you said, there's communication, there's honesty.
Transparency.
There's honesty. Because I was there. It was a regular gathering, and I heard my eldest brother telling my husband that your wife must never know how much you earn. And I'm like, sir, I don't want the sense to build a wall against me. And then, so men have learned so many things from different places, and then they understand that if you know, because he explained that if your wife knows how much you have, no, she will have a plan for every kobo.
That's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, I discovered that's my nature. I was born that way. I will have a plan for your money. It might be a plan for you. I don't want to buy clothes or shoes. But if you have this type of money, then you should be living in this kind of way. You should own this kind of assets. You should be investing in it. So I will have a plan for your money. And so I then suddenly realized that, okay, the transparency was reducing. Unfortunately, what happens to the spouse? If your transparency is reducing, I start packing my own.
Yes, true. That's
exactly. Because if you don't know, if I don't know how much you're earning, why should you know how much I'm earning? So let's just, like she said, communication can exist without transparency. If we have agreed that this is the amount we are dropping, you don't need to know how much is left. So we have agreed that this is how we are running the home. We all drop a certain amount every time. But you know, this morning someone sent me a post and asked me, what do I think about it? The post said that there should be somebody in your life that knows everything you have.
Yes.
Because if anything happens to you, they can access your assets.
Precisely.
You know, so if your next of kin, whether you like it or not, by law is your spouse, then your spouse has no idea what you own. They don't know how many houses you built. They don't know whether you have life insurance. Sometimes it's even dangerous to let them know you have life insurance. That might be why they will take your life. So at the end of the day, more than communication, it has to be honest, it has to be open. And you know, trust is the bedrock of that.
Very true.
If you don't trust them to have your best interest at heart, that's when you start, maybe we should hide this and not let them know, which is what led to that house issue.
Can I also add that, you know, we see this a lot in this your Gen Z relationships now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just people hide from each other, things from each other. They don't want to really, you know, declare the assets they have and all that, because I don't know what the issue is, but the values is so different. We need to, there's no way we can, keep relationship for long without being transparent. Because immediately you discover somebody is hiding something, trust is broken. And then the bedrock of the relationship is already eroded. So once trust is broken, it's very hard to build this back. So I would agree with Jumoke that if you are going to, do well with your finances, with your spouse or whoever it is, you need to open up and let them know that this, like I said, we dropped this, but he still knows what is in my account, and he's signatory to some of this. So I can't hide it. He sees what is there. It's not that I'm hiding one account somewhere.
That's
No,
dangerous.
he sees it.
If it's a signatory, see, there's
Because
so
we have
much,
trust. We trust one another.
Because we've also seen
and I'm
situations-
also a signatory to his own too. He changed all his account signatories. The only one I'm not signatory is the one where they pay his salary. But every other account, in fact, I changed it to Mr. and Mrs. So we both, we can both, yes. That is, so that absolute transparency is there. So you can see what I have. In fact, some money comes in, goes into his account first. And then say, okay, can I help you transfer?
Yes,
so we do that.
transfer to-
So you have to be in sync when it comes to everything. You don't say one side we are in sync, then the other side is not going to work.
I think that's where maybe younger people have missed it, because the truth is we don't see love, we don't see things the way older people saw it, because now everybody is very woke, everybody is very up to date with everything. So even though yes, I can say I love you 100%, my trust with you might also not be 100%, because I'm hearing stories of yes, this person is signatory to this account, and the person is transferring all the money.
Yes.
So they'll say, oh, love, but love you one eye open.
I agree
They'll
with
say
you.
love you one eye open.
I agree with you, but that's where wisdom comes in, and you have to be sure the person you are going with, you share the same values.
Thank you very much.
Because it's true, I've seen it. It happened to my mom. That she lost everything due to marriage.
Wow.
Because my husband, she lost everything. And if you grow up in a home like that, you want to go into marriage and say, like everybody should just have their own. But I made up my mind that I saw this, it's negative, but it's not going to repeat itself in my own life. I want something different, and so I open my head very well to choose the type of man I want that will have the same values, align together in the same way, and then follow. Because at times, from those traumas that we've had, watching our parents, our mom, she went through a lot, lost everything. So you could grow up as a woman and say, I have to be, because she was very independent, but at the same time, she was sharing with her husband. So because of love, trust, but another woman came in, and that was where the story ended. So what I'm saying is, whatever you're going to, if you're going to do this, I'm saying, make sure you and the man, we are on the same page. As per values, what you believe about harmony, like everything should go. You must be on the same page. But then if you choose, open your eyes and marry the man that is not sharing, then just know that protect yourself very well. It's your choice.
I want to ride on what DT just said.
Yeah.
In our generation, I'm saying our because it's both of us. We have people who go into relationships with the mindset of, let's just do this. They're not looking at values anymore. What do we share? Are we actually compatible, or you're just a nice looking guy and I'm a nice looking girl? We come together, we make cute babies.
Let's see how it goes.
Do you understand? That is what is going on now. If we had this mindset that they had, we would not be hearing of divorce cases every two days, or financial problems every now and then. So go with someone that I share similar values with this person. This person I can ride with in the long term. Do you understand? Yeah.
Okay, so would it be selfish if we now say, as a woman, even though yes, you want to ride on the fact that yes, you trust your man, you're both signatories, can you now say, okay, just to be safe, just paraventure, even if it's one investment to your name, say maybe land, would it be selfish to now, I don't know, maybe how you now go about it, maybe letting your partner know that, okay, I am buying this land and it is in my name, just so if for whatever reason something happens and the relationship doesn't work out, the marriage doesn't work out, you are not left by yourself. You would still be able to start from somewhere, because you would have lost almost everything right? So whether it's maybe you will get land, or maybe you have one house somewhere, but maybe you just
it still boils down to transparency. You are not saying, I'm buying this house just in case you leave me.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Because that is a wrong.
That's a wrong mindset to have. Do you understand? You're not going to say, I'm buying this house just in case you leave me.
Because some people sign this, what's this agreement called? Some people sign it, and that one is saying, are you planning on leaving me?
That's it. So if you're starting with a prenup, you're leaving the back door open.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't go into anything with the back door in the front of your mind.
very
If you're looking at
right.
the back door
Then
throughout, you
you're
will
ready.
never make it through the front door. So that's why when we're talking transparency and we're talking communication, I also know that it's important. Now, the backup thing is, the signatory thing is a backup plan.
Yes.
If I can't sign, you can sign for me. But then it doesn't stop her from having her money, him from
Thank
having
you
his
very
money,
much, yeah.
and then the purse we run the home
Yes.
from. So if you have your money, you can choose you want to buy land.
Yes.
It should not be a problem for him.
yes.
And then if you decide, it's your choice. I'm buying the land for us, it's in her name. I'm buying the land for me, it's in my name. It should not be a problem. I remember the first time I bought land in my husband's name, we actually fought. Because it says, why will you use your money to buy land and then it's mine? It's not our name, it's my name. What is that? And I'm like, sir, are you planning to marry somebody else? You know, as in, how can you have a headache with me buying it in your? I should be the one protesting, you know, not you. But then it shows the nature of the relationship. So if we have a formula for running our finances, I should be able to invest, and it should not be a headache for you.
Yeah.
However, you should know where I've invested so that if for any
in
reason I
case.
don't have access to it, you can pursue, you know my account officer. You can call the person, well, we need her money and we need it now. You know, we don't plan for evil. We don't want evil to happen to us. But we take out insurance. We take out insurance for eventualities. Things do happen. And so if your spouse cannot be your insurance policy, then there was something wrong in the selection process in the first place. At the point of selection, at the point of dating, these are conversations we must have. I'm sure DT in our premarital counseling. Please, have you spoken about money?
You have to talk about
Talk about money,
please. Young people don't talk about these things anymore.
I don't think so.
I think they
talk about
assume.
anything.
They work with assumption.
I don't think so, because the people I like, the people I talk to, they talk about everything. And these people had, at the time when they started talking about all these things, they had only been dating for about 2 months.
You know, Ronnie said that our own form of Gen Z is not the old kind of Gen Z. Our own Gen Z is different. There's Gen Z.
They're different
grade. There's Gen Z.
I didn't know, I'm not aware.
I think we're the count Gen Z, to be honest, because we know too. There's another breed where they really just work on assumptions. Those are the kinds that would say, oh, I'm going after, how far? You
Money
never
for-
sent transport. You've not
I-
sent money for makeup. You've not sent my outfit money. Those are the ones, you know, who would be demanding
just
for these
assume.
things. They will really just be assuming that, does he not know that this is what he's supposed to do? Does he not know that this is what he's supposed to bring to the table? Why are you now a man? And these are things they say that will now even make the man, you know, offended, would affect his ego, and will now start to live with resentment. And those are not the case. Will not come and hear they've been married for 2.5 months. And
Yeah,
they're
both they're
suddenly,
separated
to be honest.
Can I also add it for balance, you know? So we are not saying that, you know, you are now independent, and I see women that now they are dating and doing everything for the man.
Yeah.
They'll buy shoe for him, buy everything. While they're dating, so when they get married, they expect that the table should turn. And it's not going to turn because he's used to you doing everything. Should be the Superman, you're doing this. No, let there be balance, you know. We are not saying, you know, as much as you want to be independent, don't now be the one that will now carry the whole body. I've seen it, they'll be doing everything. Up to boxer, they will buy. Yes.
No,
I
but
see women that are doing
that's
it.
the red flag.
Yes,
It means
it is.
that person has a self-esteem
Yes.
problem.
So when they now get married, they will not say, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. But
You were
you are the
never
second
did
woman that was
already.
doing it before. So let's balance it. Don't go into illusion. There are
Those
things they
types
need
of
to,
you cannot
because
finish.
they need to respect you also. It's not that you now be dating them. They don't know what to do. While they're dating you, you don't have to ask a man to buy a clinic or buy. You should know that I'm dating this woman. She's a queen. I have to treat her as such. Yes. So treat it. What does she doesn't even have to ask you. Do you need this? Even your upkeep, even if it's not much. Your hair, you need to do it.
So the way you carry yourself,
I don't need to ask you.
demand for
Certain
it.
If you are dating a man that is not doing all that, I used to tell my girls, please
Run away.
And when you wear, girl, everyone that is stingy. You don't need any stingy man that will not even offer anything. Abba, kilo day. You are dating for somebody for 2 years, 3 years. You can't even say, your hair, your kid. Take care of her. If you can't do that, then get off. Get off the. That's the truth. You don't need to ask him. Yeah, that shows you that if he marries you, he's going to care for you. Will be there for you. You know, you don't have to say, give me money for this. Give me. You know, it's too much. But at the same time, the man should know what he should do. So when you see he's not doing what you should do, please don't settle. Don't settle for
Don't
such men.
stay there.
Love it. Love it so much. I mean, I even remember, something DT had said before, when we had the conversation last week that, yes, even you as a woman, you might have your money, and because you just probably want your husband to, step in on something, she said you don't mention it. Like you mentioned it, not like you're asking, though.
I just said it. I just said, I did this month. I want to go to Doha. You were eating, I said Doha. It was just, it didn't even just look at me like this. But I just dropped it, and I don't know how. The thing just, and he said, I checked out flights.
That's how men are
wired. Did. I didn't say anything.
That's how
I
men
didn't
are
push it.
wired.
I said, this is the amount. I checked out hotel. I said, really? So
it's for husband and wife.
You know how it is.
It's for husband and wife.
I'm not pressuring that we have to go to Doha. No, but you just subtle.
And that's if once a good woman, you marry a good man.
Yeah, that's one. That's work with a good man. If it's a good man, you can make that.
But I want to take Mariah up on this. It's for husband and wife. It's for husband and wife, because even as a single lady, I think it's important to be able to talk about your dreams and your desires and your wishes. And I think this goes both ways. Even if I'm not sending you to Doha as a babe because you are a guy, when you say that, I should be able to tell you that, oh, really? I checked. Flights are, can you go? You understand?
We're speaking on the type of Gen Z that we have now.
But we can change it.
But we can support ourselves.
I know that we should not support bait. This Gen Z that we are raising. That's how they go and meet somebody that they've not even started dating, talking stage. They want to buy 1-2 million naira bag.
So you are saying, you're not demanding, right? You are saying you want to buy a 2 million naira bag. You said it yesterday, you said it the day before yesterday. It is an indication. If that guy doesn't bring it up by himself, maybe he's not the kind of person you should be around. If he brings it up, this bag that you like, is either he's telling you, why don't you buy a finer, smaller, something he can afford. Like, I saw a bag that looks like that bag you love. But you don't mind.
I think you like.
But if you keep talking about things that are dear to you, and the guy is not even, he's closing his eye, please move back, because he will close his eye when it's important too. So please.
I think ultimately we've learned one or two things. There are different tests you will do to test the man, to check how kind he is, how generous he is, okay?
And how generous you two are.
You are. So as the women are testing, the men too should test, because peradventure, something happens, the man cannot provide. The man also needs the assurance that the woman would step in and would not make him feel any less of a man because she's doing so. Because power does not lie on who provides the most money. It is on communication, it is on transparency, and it's on love. What a conversation. We're going to go on a break now. When we get back, we have our heated agree or disagree. Don't go anywhere.
Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined. It's the big conversation where the real ones talk.
And we're back. It is time for our agree or disagree segments. We have our boards ready. So let's go straight to see what our question or statement is. We've been talking about financial independence, whether it's a threat or, it's even a good thing in relationships. Okay, financial independence is not the problem. Fragile egos are. Financial independence is not the problem. Fragile egos are. Hey. This one do really resemble jam question. Fragile egos, Abi, financial independence is not the problem. Fragile egos are. Agree or disagree? Ladies, agree or disagree? Defend the answer in 2 paragraphs. Financial independence is not the problem. Fragile egos are. Jumoke, are you ready? Agree, okay.
Obviously, because it's obvious that while there might be fragile egos, some people can trample on your ego. So financial independence might not be the problem. It's the personality that you're dealing with that matters the most in this particular equation. So whether you earn more or you earn less, it's not about your ego. What kind of attitude does your spouse, your partner have to your having or not having? You know, like you mentioned, someone was citing an example, are you even a man? That's not even a question that should come out of the mouth of any woman when you're talking about your significant other. But you see, if that person is poised to ask, no matter how strong that ego is, it will break. If you ask 2-3 times, are you really questioning my manhood? At one point or the other, the man will begin to wonder, and then some people internalize. So if you say it often enough, it will become emasculated. And the ego that was doing well before the wrong person came into the picture will begin to crack. So it's not about independence, it's about the people. So it's not really the money, it's not really the ego. Who are you with at the end of the day is what determines whether you be hypersensitive to some issues or not. That's why I'm not there or here on the
Gen Z Valley. Do you agree?
You say that Gen Z Valley. To be honest, I think I'm gonna do that agree because, like Jumoke said, it's the people in the relationship that determine whether the ego becomes fragile or it becomes what it becomes. To be honest, because if you're with someone that understands that there are seasons, I can have today and not have tomorrow. You might have to step up today and I might have to step up tomorrow. If you're with someone like that, I don't think financial independence will be a problem. I think that's where I'm going to stand.
So, okay.
I'm also going to stand. I agree.
Everybody wants to agree.
Yeah, because financial independence, could actually become the problem if you don't handle, your independence very well. So if you now start stepping on everybody, stepping on your spouse because I got it, and you're snapping at everybody, you don't have, it can become a problem. So we will not now pass the blame to the person that does not have and say it's because of the ego. And most times that's what people will say. The man is just threatening because there's money. That's why he's doing like that. But how are you presenting it? You can have billions and nobody would know, and you treat the man so well that they will not even know who owns the money, where the money is coming from. So, and at times also you are looking at somebody that is doing that. It could be from experiences they've had in the past. Maybe somebody that had dealt with them very well, and it's not going to happen again on my watch. So the next man that comes in is the one that will be treated for what they've experienced in the past. So at times it could be a problem. It might not be a problem, and then ego issue could also be the way the man is treated, or even anybody could have ego issue, even if it's a woman, that you treat her anyhow because you're the one, funding her, and then you drag her, you just make everybody know she doesn't make any money. It could be the same way, and you see the reaction of that. Their ego is is already dragged, already brought down, so they want to defend themselves. They want to So it depends on how your financial independence is handled. One, and then culturally too, we have men that even though the woman is doing everything, supporting them with the financial independence, being there for them, they will still, the ego will not let them rest. They will still, they will still be showing the need that they don't have anything, but they will want to frustrate the woman. So, so that's two ways to it. Yes, it could be issue of financial independence, and it could also be ego issue. So that's why you cannot choose one side. For me, thank you.
Well, I think I disagree. I disagree that fragile egos might not be the particular issue with financial independence. There are many reasons why it would be a problem, but not just about the ego of the man in this case. It could also be maybe it's a case of self-worth or identity, low self-esteem, or even cultural expectations, family background. A number of things could play, and not just. So I'm saying it's not just
ego alone.
Yes, it's not just the ego alone. It would depend, just like we've said, on the individuals as well. Because I also believe that it is possible for two strong, financially independent people to still be in a relationship, to still be in a marriage, and they would thrive. Yes. We see, very well doing, whether they're celebrities or whatever they're doing, they are both, we know, on their own. They both have what is going for them. And okay, well, we're not inside the marriage. Bets.
What they show us, yeah.
Bets, yes, from what we see, we know that at least there is some form of, love that still thrives despite that. So I think it is how they choose to handle it. Because the truth is, I believe it may arise where, one person feels slighted, that, at some point, you were earning a lot more than I was. Or he or she felt a little challenged by the other person taking up their own roles, right? But I believe if the individuals, they sort out themselves with communication, with transparency, with all the things we've mentioned, then it might not, it wouldn't matter as much. It wouldn't, whether it's their ego, whether it's, respect, whether it's family, it wouldn't really matter. Their love is going to surpass it so much. It's going to overpower all of it, right? Because like I said, I believe two strong, financially independent people can thrive, without having, any issues.
Agree with you. And I love the part you brought in that it could be low self-esteem, it could be other things, not necessarily ego issues. So if it's that, then you deal with yourself. Because no matter what anybody does, for you, you will still feel that, you make a big deal out of it.
Oh, what a conversation. I think after this, we'll just come together, we'll write our own jottings and package it into a book. And we'll distribute it nationwide.
And we need to, this Gen Z's mindset, we need to see what to do about it. Seriously, we need to, especially for our ladies, and the men too. We need to,
we'll see what we can
whoever
do.
is called to that.
Oh, I mean, we've definitely shared a lot of gems on this table. But before we go, let us see our wise words on the web. Okay, Jumoke, can you read for us, please?
Okay. Financial independence is paramount. No matter where you go in life or who you get married to, you have to be financially independent. Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
Oh, that's the beautiful wife of Nick Jonas. I used to like him then, no child. But I said then. Then.
We don't want to know.
But I mean, just like she said, financial independence is very important, and we'll throw in, understanding, we'll throw in communication, we'll throw in transparency and honesty as well, especially when you're in a relationship. Well, if nothing else, today has proven one thing. Money is not just in our pockets, it's in our hearts, our pride, and sometimes in our wahala. So whether it's my money, your money, or our money, one thing is clear: love and finances must learn how to live in the same house. So to the men, may you provide without pressure. To the women, may you be independent without being lonely. And to all of us, may our love not go broke. Amen? Amen. Thank you so much for being part of the show. I'm Musara Namasaba. See you next week, same place, same time on The Big Conversation.
Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined. It's the big conversation where the real ones talk. From the heart of the nation we all take that walk. Through the fire, through the facts we don't hold back. It's the big, big conversation. Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined. It's the big conversation where the real ones talk. From the heart of the nation we all take that walk.